Hello everyone, hello and welcome back to more of the Imperium Cup for Dune Imperium with the Rise of X expansion. I am your commentator and host, The Black Shadow, and it's time for Group F and Week 3 action, our first delve into Week 3 combat in this tournament, featuring over 100 players across the globe, spanning a total of 10 weeks, 6 weeks of group stages, and then the knockouts before we get to a grand final later on down the line. A $400 prize pool, $200 up top for the winner, and this tournament has already produced some absolute classic games. It has been unbelievable so far, and I'm so excited for this to continue on. The last game that went up on the channel, one of the last ones, was also from Group F. You may well recognize OMANT and DoomOverMorals, who featured in the previous game. They're now being joined by Artemesia, very, very experienced campaigner of the game, as well as Anya as well, which have proved to be a fun old game. So let's see what we've got here. So we've got as our Imperium row. Spice Smuggler's always strong for the influence there. Charm Directorship might entice some high intrigue hands. Jester Initiate's Sisters always decent. And the Scout there, we'll see if anyone wants to pick that up as a gamble. And as for our techs, Memo Corders. Always going to be an option, people to grab that nice and early to get influence again. Probably the Spacing Guild. Training Drones, you want to go combat. Wind Traps as well, probably combat heavy as well. So, you know, plenty of options. Definitely kind of a more combative opening. And as such, that's why we've got the various picks we do. Tesia being ticked over by DoomOverMorals. Lido for third position here. For Artemesia. OMANT taking the Baron, as one would probably expect. And then Hundro beginning up over here as well, who taking the Master Tactician card here as his intrigue. And instead leaving off Recruitment Mission was the card that he left on the side. And so we are off onto the races. So let's rock and roll. So our first combat of the game is going to be the Spice Skirmish with the Influence Bump. This always makes it very interesting for first player to try and win this and see if they can get themselves to Hardy Warriors in order to take the win. Although I would strongly expect to see the Baron being in second position with this, go Hardy Warriors first himself. Does not draw a Diplomacy card though. That is not good for the Baron here. You'd want to go Hardy Warriors to get the bump, assumably, with the Spacing Guild, which he has taken. Take the win here, and then you just go immediately to Interstellar Shipping Round 2. Try and secure the win. You'd receive probably a lot of opportunities. Someone would surely make a stand, but no Diplomacy for the Baron. And I always find it interesting when in the first round someone takes a moment to decide the opening move, because you just play Diplomacy to forward space, or you go Wealth, you go Smuggling sort of thing, or you go to the Fremen, but just having to think what he wants to do. Usually a decent backup Baron move is to go Smuggling with a Signet Ring, so that you can get your intrigue and get started working on that. It's never too bad an option here. But might be interested in going to the city again. The Baron wants to win this combat here, so that he can round 2 still go to Smuggling. He can still go to Fold Space and this. But it looks like what the Baron is going to do... Ooh, goes for this instead. There might have been a temptation to go Mining for a second, but it would have been very easy to block him here at Tech Negotiations, so probably not worth it. Instead, does go for the Smuggling. Decides to keep the Signet Ring, though. He's going to keep that in hand. Lido also pulling not too great. No Diplomacy cards for him. No Ring either, so a poor opening hand for Lido here. Probably going to feel compelled to get involved into the combat. I would expect to see Carthag. Maybe Arakeen. Decides he's going to go Arakeen instead. He is going to draw. See what he picks up. Picks up his Diplomacy card. Good. I think you probably want to not draw your Signet Ring with this combat here. You want to pick up the Spice so you can make the chase later. That's totally fine. Tesia being taken over by Doom. So Doom, as it turns out, has actually played a lot more games of this than I actually thought. So I'm a bit like myself. I used to play this game a lot, like about a year and a half ago, and then took a long break. And Doom is not too far dissimilar. But Doom, I do appreciate his very willing to make some unorthodox plays, as we saw in the Week 2 game here. Here we go. So this is Hundro here going Hardy Warriors, because no one else has yet. It was always going to be who was going to go here first, because you want to try and get the win with Fold Space so that you can secure Interstellar Shipping right away. It looks like that's going to be the plan here. Now, if I was Baron, I would strongly consider Mining here. The reason is that next turn you can go Fold Space. Oh, it's going to be difficult, though. Everyone's going to pick up Spice, though. So that means Memo Chord is going to be available for a lot of people here. So maybe Baron just gets forces in, picks up any old Spice, and then next turn just, like, goes to Memo Chorders. He's going to go up there immediately. Baron's going to hold off here on the combat. He's just going to bank to get Memo Chorders next turn instead. He can't be blocked. He will get access there. So he's just going to do it this way instead. I guess this is fine. Picks up the recruitment mission that Hundro dropped. That is always nice to get that first couple of turns. That can be really strong. Get a nice high persuasion hand. You can use it as kind of like a surrogate spaceport. I've done that before with like Guild Accord with Hundro. Went forward space and then got hold of went there to Carthag or something, and picked up Guild Accord. And then just went there second turn. I was a happy man. That was really, really nice. I was in position 2 as well, or something like that. Crazy. I can't even recall. But yeah, that was super strong. Anyways, Lido is going to go to Steel Suits. Not going to put in any more troops, interestingly. Declined against it. Now, that is shocking. Doesn't get his 4th troop in. That, ooh, why? Wants the Spice more than the bump? I guess he argued he could chase, but I think you still compete for that. Interesting. Tesia will go to Carthag, picks up the Tiebreaker. It's not the worst card in the world, but it has lost value. So it's going to be 4 reveal for the Hundro here. Benjester's Sister always is just a nice solid pick. Does go of that. Oh, reveals the voice. Baron has 5. Could see voice and Spice Smugglers or voice and Bene Gesserit. Surely the voice to pick up here. Voice early game is unbelievably powerful, and it's a 2 reveal card as well. That's really, really strong. Surely picks it up. Especially if someone like the Baron in position 2. That is super dangerous. Super dangerous. Truthsayer turns up next. Truthsayer is a little bit of a tricky card to use, I think. To get used to the ability. But the access is nice, to the Emperor and the Bene Gesserit. And does agree and will take the pick here. Okay, then. Lido with 5 to reveal. Oh, to be fair, the Baron had 6, actually, because he's actually gone to tech negotiation, but never mind. 5 for Lido here. As it turned out, it was a good idea he didn't put in the extra troop, because Hundro would have just used Tactician, as it turned out. So, it's kind of actually... it would have cost Hundro his thing, though, but hey-ho. Anyway, so 5 to buy for Lido. I think Spice Smugglers would be good. Obviously, you want to get something with counter access, though. So it takes the Initiate. Sardaukar Infantry picks up here. So we've got some kind of interesting cards here. Sardaukar and Scout, Spice Hunter. These are not regarded as particularly strong cards, but they do all come with some swords. So it looks like this could become quite a combat-heavy game, I suspect. Lots of sword opportunities. If, like, artillery comes going up as a tech later on, there could be a ton of value in that for someone. Takes a liaison instead, as does Tesia. So that's going to be that. Tesia will pick up a Spice. So Hundro will win, and he will take the Spice and the bump, which was slightly given to him, I'm going to be honest. And as such, he will race himself there. So this is going to be a nice early start here for Hundro. It's going to be important for Tesia to get access to the spacing as well as soon as possible to limit Hundro's ability to monopolize that. And to be fair, she's a good character to do it. She can, of course, use her Signet Ring to shift to duplicit and reduce her influence of other factions to get the influence with the spacing again. That's why Tesia is always solid, because like you basically cannot stop her from getting access to interstellar shipping after the first like 3 rounds. She should be there pretty much all the time. Even if Baron goes there immediately, which he will do. Lido can use his Spice with his Signet Ring to chase, and then Tesia can duplicit. Lots and lots of options here. So Hundro is, to be fair for Hundro, when it comes to trying to control the interstellar shipping, he has like the 3 worst characters to contend with, because they can all catch super, super, super quickly, and they will do so. Alright, so Tesia, I think, should use her Seek Allies first. I would probably say, being at Siege of Carthag, I like to see a Hardy Warriors trip now. May also pick up Spice. You've got some options. You could go mining Haga Basin. use your signet ring instead of for like conspiring later on. I like the sound of that. Someone is going to cash in for their Solari, probably Leto. If Leto smuggles next turn, he gets himself to 7 Solari, and that will be enough for him to buy his Swordmaster. Tesia might warrant, like, it's better to go Haga Basin and then go conspiring with the Emperor. Gets her to 7 Solari, so if the Leto cashes in, she gets her Swordmaster. Puts him in an awkward spot. She might warrant that that's a better decision here, and I wonder if that's what she's playing. If she puts out troops now, that could be a sign that's what's coming here, and it looks like that's what's going on. This could be a really, really shrewd move here from Tesia. I like this. Hundro will take some spice. Doesn't use his ring yet. Puts out his troop. Vladimir's got both of his daggers here, so here comes Hardy Warriors. As that's been allowed. Just been allowed to take it. So he would take the double bump with the Fremen and the point with the Spacing Guild, of course. There's no reason he doesn't do that now, because obviously he wants to get access to that, so picks up the double points. And again, this is why I think someone should have gone Hardy Warriors. Like, if Baron's in second position, you can't let him have Fold Space and Hardy Warriors. You just can't do that. Like, that is so dangerous. He's just, like, asking him to start trying to run away with this game. You've got to block the Baron. You've got to delay him. You know, his Master Stroke ability is the more powerful the sooner it happens. And you knew that he had both diplomacy cards, so I think someone probably should have stepped in there. But no one did, ultimately. Leto's he's gonna pick up his Mentat here, and he's probably gonna use his Seek Allies probably next turn. We'll see what happens here. Picks up Convincing and the Fremen here, so he has 5 Persuasion, which is not bad. Could go to 6 if he wanted, but it's not a big deal. Tesia's gonna use her Seek Allies here. I suspect she should go probably. Oh, does she play? I really want to see Conspire here. Although, to be fair, Leto's now played his Solari. He's less likely to cash in now, so I think I like Signet Ring more. But I would still love to have seen her go Conspire here. I just feel like this is such a nice move. It sets up your Swordmaster so soon. It makes anyone else cashing out for Solari, makes it awkward for them. Puts them in a tough spot. Yes! Yes. Beautiful stuff. Sorry if I killed anyone's ears there. But I just so love this move here. This is so awesome. The couple of troops garrison as well is never bad. You pick up your point. You don't have to use the Signet Ring to chase the spacing, the interstellar shipping. You'll need to do it, but there's going to be a ton of competition in this game. So this is really nice. You can pick it up later. It's not a disaster. Really nice. Why does she have 8? Shouldn't it be 7? Unless I've missed something here. I will ask the question. You know, as commentators, we're not here to potentially rule of arbiters. Where'd the +1 come from? Right. So Hundro has cashed in immediately for taking his cash. That's what's happened there. Yeah, I didn't see that Hundro went and took the cash instantly. That was an interesting choice by Hundro to take the instant cash there. Kind of surprised he did that. You'd think he'd want to probably, like, build up there. Oh, I see what he's done. He's used his Signet Ring with there, and he's taken the instant bump with the Spacing Guild. That's what's happened. Okay. I get it now. I apologize, everyone. I did miss that move. I was kind of working out what was happening there. I was busy fawning over the Conspire play. My bad. So that's going to be all for this one. So Baron will win this. He will take Carthage. That is an unbelievable second turn for him. Super nice. Leono still has an option here of if he wants to get involved. He has steel suits. I would probably just go, like, secrets or something. You could also go steel suits and just dominate water here. Like, you're the only person of any water here. You could try and monopolize that. Gives you access to the siege as well. And you could just look to dominate water. I don't think this is the worst idea in the world. You could also pick up memo corders now. Which has got to be tempting, to just pick up memo corders now and call it a day. And I think that's what he's going to do here. Yeah, I think this is a better move. Take memo corders, don't allow anyone else there. That gives you instant access to spacing as well. So that makes total sense here. And he does decide he's going to do so. I don't know what the one's for. I'm not really sure what that's about. But, alas. Guess he's just keeping score? I don't know. Anyway, so he'll take that. So again, this is why for Tesia, I think not trying to battle for high spacing is not the worst as well, because everyone else is going to heavily fight for this too. Tesia is going for another liaison here, so it looks like she could be going for quite a persuasion-heavy deck here by the looks of it. A couple of daggers for Hundro. Hundro, it'd be interesting to see if he's going to consider using Tactician here to bypass, to try and bypass Tesia and basically get a redraw on his intrigue. I don't know if he'd do that. I suspect probably not. I don't know. I'd at least think about it. So 6 for Leto with the Mentat here. Need to reveal the next tech as well, which is the Holtzman engine. Ooh. So this is where persuasion is kind of weird here. I suspect liaisons are gonna get eaten through here. Leto just taking the one liaison and calling it a day. No one wanted to take gambles on the Spice Hunter, I suppose. It's a bit of a shame. I think that extra spice for that is not too bad. No one going for Spice Wings either. It surprised me a little bit. I think this is a decent card. So, I was surprised there. Tesia picks up another battle card here. She picks up the Allied Armada. Potentially one of the strongest battle cards in the game, but you need an alliance. It is Tesia, though. This late game will be very good for her. Not right now. But, like, Tesias should typically have access to, should usually need to have an alliance to win the game. So, I suspect she'll get use out of that. But the problem is for Tesia is these cards are going to be kind of stuck in her hand for a little while, potentially. So, she will need to get involved with some fighting. Possibly throw in Tiebreaker just to get rid of it. We'll see how things go. Arakeen is the next battle. So, Second City immediately up for grabs here. There will be combat for this. People will be eyeing up second spot here. Most certainly. I imagine Tesia's going to have to surely... She doesn't have to dagger immediately for the Swordmaster, I suppose. She can take actions first. Might start dupliciting away from the Emperor. And start looking to bring the influence elsewhere. Start getting some of her snooper tokens in action here, I would suspect. A reminder, of course, with Tesia, she has 4 tokens. 1 on each of the factions. When she gets the 2 influence on any of those factions, she recovers the token and gets the bonus as you go down. So, like in the previous hand, she discarded a Signet Ring to take a Spice. Second one, she'd get the bonus from the track, so she might get, like, the free cash from spacing, influence from the Benny, that sort of thing. And then the third and fourth ones, you start getting extra bumps, and that is huge for chasing, like, late-game factions, that sort of thing, putting people under pressure. Super-duper strong. Duplicit will let her take any faction down to go up with an influence where she still has a token to make sure she gets those bumps. Makes her obviously always dangerous. No alliance is safe with Tesia in the game. Leono is up here. Leono's considering smuggling, but it doesn't really do him a lot of good, so I would probably advise against this. He does have access to Interstellar, though, because he went and bought Memo Quarters, so I don't see how you don't do this. Interesting to see what he does here. I imagine this is probably an up and down. I would reckon. I don't think he's going to bother saving anything. Holtzman, of course, is there, which is going to be inviting. I suspect this will just be the cash and taking the bump. But just to see where he takes the bump here. You could go Highline, take it to spacing, or you take it to the Fremen. Yeah, that was my other reckoning. You might go here. Bear in mind his Signet Ring allows him to chase. He can always put that into the Emperor, though, because Tesia is that high. And that is one thing with Tesia. Duplicit's a bit more awkward because you have Leto in the game. So like you don't want to take influence down somewhere he's like already chasing you with his ring ability. It feels a bit awkward. So we'll see what she does here. Again, you have some options. I would like to see like diplomacy to a faction, and then her to duplicate away from the Emperor to said faction with her signet ring to get hold of the bonus. I think I'd like to see that. I would say normally you want to do that with, say, with like the Emperor, for example, so that you can get hold of the 2 troops and put them into combat as you go and visit a combat space like a city. But she went there first, so that's not an option here. Interesting to see what the plan is from Tesia. Is she just going to take Swordmaster now and call it a day? No, she's going High Council. Wow. Because she has 8 persuasion, she is looking at Chaum Directorship, one of the most powerful cards for Tesia, an outrageous card for her. Hundra's gonna take the wind traps here for the water. That's an interesting pickup for him. Takes the extra influence as well. Oh, and that puts Hundro up to 8 persuasion. He's looking at the early reveal for Chaum Directorship, but Tesia's got there first. Oh, that is regretful. Maybe you should have seen that Tesia went to go High Council instead of Swordmaster and thought, ooh, I might be out of luck here. But that is going to be unfortunate for Hundro. Unless someone like Jessica or something turns up. Maybe even like a Kwisatz afterwards. It's not impossible. But he is going to get... he's getting chased out. Baron takes the cash down. Obviously, he has to do that now because he has now first access to Swordmaster here. So he's definitely going to look to do that. No questions there. Wow, Baron's got 6 reveal as well. He's got 7 reveal with Recruit Mission. We could have some craziness come out of some good cards. Lido's up. Lido will get Swordmaster first. But Baron's ready for next turn. Man, this is gonna... This is just an instant reveal. Like, that's surely the plan here. You don't have to. You could go to Arakeen with the card draw. You've got no reason to expect that Hundro has got the 8 persuasion here. Like, how could you ever think he's got it? It's so hard for him to have 8 persuasion here, but he does. Oh, Signet Ring to Arakeen looks super tempting. Super tempting. Do you think him buying Wind Traps, is that his obvious open play? That's the question here. Like, do you look at that and think he went there specifically for Wind Traps? Or is he more interested in the influence here? Oh, what a tough spot for Doom. I think he's going to go for it, and it's going to get stolen. He can't see any of Hundro's deck, has no idea what he's got. Oh, no. This is a potential disaster. Oh, it's kind of greedy, but how can you ever expect Hundro to have 8 persuasion right here? Oh, this is kind of heartbreaking. Oh, the move's coming. It just feels like it's coming here with Signet Ring. Or False Place. Here it comes. Oh, Arakeen for the redraw. He's going to have it again, but Hundro's going to insta-reveal and take Chaum. That is so horrible. Horrible for Tesia. Hundro has to reveal here and take Chaum. That is super unlucky for Doom. I think, like, that is the right play. Like, you just have to play the Signet Ring here and take the redraw and assume one of your daggers is out. You've lost Seek Allies. Unless you draw your dagger, which is super unlucky. That's just bad luck for Tesia. There's nothing you can do about that. That's just really, really horrible luck. Bad times for Tesia. Nothing you can do. It's horrible. It's like watching a car crash there in slow motion. You know it's coming, and you just can't look away, and there's nothing you can do. Oh, feels terrible. I'm so sorry, Doom. That is going to be a blow that needs recovering from here. And unless someone like Jessica or Kwisatz or maybe like Gurney comes out here, what is she going to do with this 8 persuasion? Like, what do you do with this? Because the rest of the Imperium row is not great. Ugh, so brutal here. Interesting to see what the recovery position is once he get that taste out of your mouth, you kind of recover from what just occurred there. Meanwhile, so Baron here, if I was Baron, I would actually consider going Mentat here. Take the redraw of cards, and then look to put in some troops and get your money back via the second, third place of Arakeens. You're never going to win this fight. But I like the idea of cycling your deck here with a Mentat. And then getting to see what everyone else is going to do. And kind of like make them go commit first. Might just go Carfag and call it a day. Which I wouldn't blame. I also don't mind seeing like steel suits here. And just put in your troop. And start challenging the Fremen Alliance. I think any of those three are probably okay. I don't think I mind any of them particularly. They all come with their own drawbacks. You know, Carfang's like nice because you dominate the city. You're trying to lock up second place, but people could always go elsewhere. So he's just going to put them in. Not even going to look at the intrigue here. I think you should always look at the intrigue first. Because that just says, like, you're going in regardless. Picks up Dispatch and Envoy. It's something I do. It comes from my poker days, for example. And I played a lot of poker in my time. You know, I will always, if I go to Carfag, I will always draw the intrigue. And then I'll hold for a few seconds before deciding to put troops in. I will always do that. It doesn't matter what I draw, you know. Just because some people do have little tells here and there. And it's obviously harder to spot online than it is in person. But people give away some little information about their hands occasionally, and you can pick up on it, so it's about being consistent. Is it a little bit much for this game? Maybe, but it's a principle I kind of hold here. Lido is going to go Steel Suits instead, which is completely the right decision here. Challenge for the Fremen Alliance. Oh, he's eyeing up Hardy Warriors. Oh, he's eyeing up Hardy Warriors. That would not work out here with the amount of battle cards Tessie is holding. She will win this. It's kind of annoying because I think Tessie kind of wants to just use Tiebreaker. There are some wells Tessie just tie breaks, and here we are. So this is where it has the 8. Takes Guild Administrator instead, which is also not a bad card. It's a little awkward to use. A bit cumbersome for the effect, but it's not terrible by any stretch of imagination. And just Guild Admin. Doesn't even look at the Chris Knife here. I would have strongly taken that as Tessie and just taken that for reveal bumps. So it's just facts you just have to worry about. You're just going to accrue the points. I would like to have seen that from Tessia. Especially given that she has got the liaisons. But I guess she's just going to look to go for Spice and do it that way instead. So, okay then. Baron, I mean, everything has swords here. Like, look at this. There's just swords everywhere. So this game is just asking for combat. Which is not bad for the Baron. He's not a bad fighter. But any stretch of imagination. Interesting what he picks up here. Has a total of 5 to buy with. Again, like, Chris Knife would be nice to take it as a denial, because that's good for some people. But you don't have any Fremen cards, though. He added up Sardaukar infantry for it, which, you know, I actually don't think would be the worst pick here in the world, taking Sardaukar infantry. Those double swords catch people out. Does take it. Oh, Guild Ambassador turns up. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. That's not good. Lido cannot take it, however, Guild Ambassador. So that's going to be interesting. Hundro holds the Alliance currently for the Spacing Guild here. There's going to be a desire to keep that away from him. Does he consider an early reveal next turn just to pick it up? Interesting to see. That's going to be large Yoshi wrote here. So, Baron's going to take another liaison here. Liaisons are going fast. I've only got 2 left already. So, free to buy for Lido here. Spice Smugglers looks pretty good. I think I would be taking the Smugglers here now. Spice Hunter, I think you were going to take that. You already would have taken it. And you're running out of liaisons here, so there's an argument for that. But I think Spice Smugglers is not a bad ask. The only problem is next turn you're going last. So that's always awkward. So if you reveal something big, you're going to have a problem there. But that's going to be all here. So Tessia will win it and take Arakeen. 4 Solari for the Baron. A couple of bucks for Lido. We'll move on to the next turn here. So this has been it's been interesting, fascinating opening couple of couple of rounds here for sure. It's been a very, very interesting couple of actions. And it's going to be interesting to see what 100 does. Like, this completely unexpected take of Charon, probably the person you'd least expect to grab it, does. Keeps it competitive in the influence game, given that everyone else here are influence specialists here. So, I think Hunjo's priority is going to be just to take the 4 base points and hold on to spacing for dear life. Using his shipping powers and just take the bumps there. I think that's what I would do. I would just use shipping to bump up there. And call that a day. But yeah, Tesia, that would have been so strong. But alas. So it is round 4. Imperial base. Wow, all 3 locations immediately up for grabs the first 3 turns. You almost never see that. It's kind of insane. Who's best suited to take this? Again, Tesia again with all these cards here. Private Army, Tiebreakers. All obviously very, very strong. And she might be tempted. Has 8 reveal currently. Does she go Dagger and pay for like Mentat here? Or go Tech Negotiation? No, she's going to take the couple of spies here. I think there's intentions here to look to try and win this combat. I think by making that play. I think that's the plan. Obviously, Hundro will take Interstellar. No Signet Ring on him this time. Although, to be honest, if I was him, I would probably hold Signet Ring back anyways and go to a city and play it then to actually get extra troops in the combat here. But we'll see what the plan is. Baron has 1,000,000 Solare, and he has to get Swordmaster. Like, Hundro's willing to give up Swordmaster to pick up the Interstellar. I never know if that's right, if you should get Swordmaster or Interstellar shipping. Like, I honestly don't know which you take there. Let me know what you think. Advance rate pickup for the Baron. He's never getting hold of 3 tech tiles this game. It's just not occurring, so I'm sure we're going to see him pay for the Dreadnought. And he has his Swordmaster, so he can do that pretty freely here. That's going to make Baron dangerous. 6 spice here for the Duke. Does open up Highliners, although he doesn't actually have access to Highliners. Still doesn't have access to Highliners. Has 6 in play for his reveal currently, so that's not too bad. Maybe he's eyeing up Holtzman. Holtzman looks really tasty here. Will someone try and block? Would anyone be interested in trying to block? It looks like this is a Holtzman play here. Tesia's not going to block. She's just going to take the Arakeen redraw here. This is interesting. What's she doing here? Just looking to pet a second troop in. Picks up another liaison here. Just going to get it in. She's looking to win the combat. Private Army in Tiebreaker incoming. Hundro goes Hardy Warriors. Hello. And he's got Tactician. He's got swords in hands. This is going to be an expensive combat for Tesia. Oh, wow. I don't know. Oh, this is very close maths here with the dagger. It's going to be tight. 100's going to start off convincingly in the lead. Tesia might reckon she's got it, though. Be interesting to see if she makes the play here. 7 swords on hand. It's going to be a chase. We'll see how the math works out. It depends if Hundro takes the free persuasion. Or what. Hundro has not bothered trying to go for Guild Ambassador here, by the way, which is a thing. Green having a look at the discard. Trying to get an idea what's going on. Doesn't really matter at the moment because, like, no one of you have any actions, I guess. But hey. Baron's up next. Baron and Duke have both got a couple of turns here, so Baron will not be getting involved. What do you do here as Baron, though? I think you just start visiting factions here. Use your Truthsayer. I like to see that. Or do you block Lido here? Ooh, here's an interesting play. Do you use the voice here to go to, like, somewhere? And then you block up Tech Negotiation? I would like to see a Tech Negotiation block here. I would like to see that. Yeah, it seems the right play here. He can go and pay for it via Dreadnoughts. And Duke Lido might pay for Dreadnought anyway, just to get it. But it does hinder his ability to get enough influence here. So, we just see what Lido does. He doesn't want to really pay for Dreadnoughts. He'd rather pay for the Mentats. But by saying that, the Baron is basically saying, right, I'm going to go there next turn, even if you don't. So, it'd be interesting to see if Lido just goes Dreadnought anyways. I think it's kind of one of those weird ones. I think this was Lido's plan, was to go Tech Negotiation. And you have to kind of decide if you're willing to pay for the Dreadnought. I think I still do. It's Holtzman engine. Like, and the extra Dreadnought is never that bad a thing. It looks like he's going to pay the increased cost and take Holtzman anyways. I think both will feel fairly happy about this. Baron will feel that he's charged him more for what he wants. I don't think this is bad either way. It means Leto is completely resource deprived. Troop transport opens up as the tech. Oh, the Baron can take that if he wants. He has a negotiator. He can take that. And he might well do so. Interesting to see. So that puts Tesia at 5. Now, does Hundro take all 3 swords? He does. So that is going to shut this one out here. Tesia will not be going to battle here. Doesn't have enough swords to chase. Oh, I really wish Hundro had only left it at 9. And be interesting to see if Tesia decides to chase with Private Army. Tiebreaker would have forced a tie with Hundro, I believe, as well. I would love to have seen that play out, but unfortunately not. She can still play them both. Like, she has 5 swords. She'd have to play both to make 12, and you'd have to hope that he didn't have a combat card. He's not played whatever it is yet, so it's either endgame or combat. I don't know. Tessie still has a decision to make there. Interesting to see what she decides to do. Baron is up here. So Baron doesn't have to go tech negotiation here. But, like, it's shoot transports, and it's such a strong card. But you are in the middle here. You've got shipping to both sides of you here. So you're going to have limited use of troop transports. I don't think it can influence advanced weaponry here at all either, so interesting to see what he does. Baron only has 3 intrigue currently. He's considering recruiting mission and picking up for the 4th, I think. And just taking it top of the deck. And you know what? I actually think that might be your best play here. You could still go Truthsayer and discard Dune. What's your last card? It's a dagger. Does he know it's a dagger? That's the question. If you know it's a dagger, if it was like, if you knew it was like a liaison or something, you could go Truthsaying to Wealth or Secrets. But he's going to make sure and take Guild Ambassador now. That's basically largely a denial pick, I think, just to stop anyone else getting it. Oh my goodness me! The powerful Charm Delegate turns up with its mining infiltration there. Oh my goodness! Merry Christmas, Lido. That is an outrageous grab for him. Oh my gosh! Lido's still got an action here. He has 6 in hand. I think I just go Hager Basin here. I actually think going Hager Basin and getting your Dreadnought in and looking to fight for the 2 water, I actually like this idea. It funds your ring. I really like this. Because in theory, you're paying water to get it back. It's why I love going Hardy Warriors on the Imperial Basin, because you're basically going to be water neutral minimum. If not, you're gaining water. Do you need the 6 persuasion? You really don't. You might as well do it for something. I really like Hager Basin here. Yeah, I think this is good. Get your Dreadnought in. Puts yourself up a spot here. Puts yellow in a bit of a weird, interesting spot here. Might convince yellow to use both cards even more here. Because she's currently in last. So there's an argument that says this might actually persuade Tesia to go for this. Charm Delegate, automatic pickup. 4 more to buy. I reckon Recruiter is the replacement. It's not a great hand here, but it's not 5 decent cards. You know, Recruiter gets some knock. But that's going to be it. Now, does Doom play both cards here? Doom plays both cards! Yes! Oh, plays them both for the 12. I think was forced into this by Lido. Legitimately think forced into this by Lido. Hundro will take the win with Tactician. So Doom, again, somewhat unlucky. I honestly don't know if Tesia plays that if Lido does not go ahead of her with the Dreadnought. I don't think he bothers, or she bothers, but being in last place, like, you might as well. Wow, that's pretty insane. That is pretty crazy. So, Hundro still wins, takes the basin. Tesia will get the 2 water, 1 water for the Duke. Wow. Wow. What a crazy match this is already. This is a wild, wild game. Everyone's just having so many impacts and knock-on influences of each other. This is fascinating. And again, the Imperium row is not great. So, and there's just swords everywhere. Like, this is going to become just a big, like, just a fight. Really good here. Trade Monopoly is for 5th place here. This will obviously interest everyone. Tesia probably doesn't particularly care about this one, but that'll be interesting anyone else. Hundro gets, obviously, access to Interstellar here. So, it has 3 bumps, potentially. Troop Transport is automatic, so we'll go up and down and up here with the extra spice. There's no way they don't. They will take 2 transports. That's very strong for them because Tesia is not in position to do much about this. Takes the spice as well. Again, if I was him, I would strongly consider just taking the bump with... Oh, Fremen is right there. I guess you kind of have to take that then. But he's about to start getting heavily pursued here. Like, Hunter's at 6 points, and he is well in the lead. But he is going to be in stiff competition. Stiff competition here. And the bump here, extra 1 with the ring. So here we go. How do people respond here? So Baron has Guild Ambassador. Oh, he's going to play it as a... Oh... And he's going to take the additional bump here. Takes the double bump. I like this. I like this play. Now, this is very unorthodox. He's asking a question to Hundro here, saying, what are you going to do? Kind of force him to play defense. This is a fascinating little spot here. Now, interesting to note here that Baron does not currently have a way of stealing the Alliance. Mimic Film is the next tech, by the way. That might be of some interest to Tesia, I suspect. But it's asking the question to Hundro here. What does he want to do? How's he going to defend here? Hundro did not commit to protecting spacing guilds, and now he's under threat. Got some people watching here. Lido's up next. Lido is going to go selective breeding. Yep, finally people starting to make use of this space. But a little bit late here. But of course, Lido has Holtzman. So wants to start funding his spice. He's got a decent intrigue hand. So this is the chance for him to chase some spice here. And that is 9. So spice on its way for Lido here. Tesia is up. I suspect Tesia will use Guild Ambassador. She didn't really buy it specifically for the shipping. This is not a bad opportunity to start trying to thin the deck here. I don't know where you go with it particularly. I guess you go Arakeen. You've got 6 persuasion as well. 5 persuasion, actually. I would like to have seen an Arakeen trip there. But wealth is not bad. Does need her Swordmaster, so that is... looks like that's probably coming here. Prepping up for it. Hundro has to go Swordmaster first. Baron here. It's a shame Baron doesn't actually have a way of stealing this alliance. That would have been a massive blow to Hundro here. It's kind of a shame. But Baron could well take it next turn because Fold Space is blocked. If he pulls his one of his diplomacy cards, he will take that alliance. A lot of ebb and flow this game. This is really good watching. I like it a lot. Baron... Ooh, what do you do with Baron here? Mimic Film is there. Is it of much use to you? I don't think so. Probably not this game. Truthsayer, like you could go Secret still if you're really interested in doing that and cycle out a dagger and pick something else up. But again, I don't think it's really good for you here. I don't know what you do. Mentat? Mentat, High Council? I feel like you should use one of your daggers on something. Or you do it with Truthsayer. This could be a secrets trip, potentially. Or is this for Minimic? Yeah, just takes Minimic. Gets it for free, courtesy of the Negotiator. That will reveal as our next tech. Oh, it's artillery! There it is! Hello! Someone is taking this for sure. There are so many swords in hands for people here. Someone is grabbing this. Baron might well try and pick that up if he can. That is a monster card in this game. There's so much potential. And then if someone buys artillery, this deck will start clearing. And then a lot of fun is going to occur if we get some fun Imperium Grove cards here. Because we're almost out of liaisons. It's going to be fascinating to see who takes that and what the result is. Lido goes Arakeen to make sure he keeps the 9, which he does. So Lido will be picking up the intrigue here, I would imagine. Gonna pay the spice. Oh, look at this! He's making the chase on the front. Now this is fascinating. This normally happens to the Baron. Usually it's the Baron who's like leading both the Spacing Guild and the Fremen alliances, and he gets challenged by other players. This time, it's them chasing Hundro. Unbelievable. Call the market for Tesia. That's an enormous pull here. She's already eyeing up a Fremen, a Persuasion deck, so that is big. Gonna struggle to get hold of the bottom one because of Lido's Holtzman engine. That's still a big pickup, you know. Like, debate 2 spice, get 3 points. That's huge. So Hundro's going to defend here. He has to defend one of his alliances, and he will do so. Take the extra point. Kind of feels bad. It feels like not the best use of full space, but he has to defend something. Kind of forced into the decision here. Here comes advanced weaponry. I think Hardy Warriors is incoming. It looks like Hardy Warriors is incoming here. And it is. It's going to make the challenge for the actual victory here. Has a sword in hand. Knows that Hundro doesn't have any intrigues here. So he's going to make a play for the win. He does go first next action, so that would be pretty big. Wow. This is good stuff. This is really good stuff here. A couple of Dreadnoughts in the game. One forced into it. The other one kind of basically forced into it. So Lido here has an interesting spot. Lido cannot play Mentat here. Doesn't have any cash. I think you just have to reveal and take the point. Yes, he does need to take the bump up there. Does Blue? He has not done so. And there it is. We'll take the point here. Just going to move them up. So there's the first spice of the game for Duke. I'm saying we try not to get involved, but rewards are mandatory in this game. Tesia immediately decides not to buy. Not interested. Wow. Tesia's just going to keep a small deck here. Hundro picks up some cash, has a couple to buy, decides against it as well. Man, there's so much happening here. Now, does the Baron buy with eyes on artillery? This is the question. Does he buy with interest for artillery? I wouldn't mind seeing him pick up, like, the Soldier infantry. And using that as, like, a bit of an ambush with artillery. I think that there's value in this. Does he value artillery? It's a question. I don't think he's going to take it. Looks like they're resolving combat here. Baron is going to take this one down. No faction alliance it says. He's not in the combat anyway, so it doesn't matter. So that is going to be that. So trade monopoly is there. Baron will take it. We'll need to place the Dreadnought somewhere. Glimpse of Past pickup for Hundro. Never bad. Has tons of water, though, so it's not as useful. And Bypass Protocol pickup for Lido. That's always nice, but it's not as strong now. Has a lot less use, unfortunately, but that is what it is. So it's turn 6. It is Desert Power. It's going to be our next combat here. More water on offer. Another victory point here. Imperial Basin was taken over by Blue here. Interesting choice. I think I like that for the turn. I think out of the two, given this Spy Stack and Basin, I think this is probably the right. Baron goes first. Baron is surely going to go into the whole point you went here. Charm Delegate pickup into his hand for Lido here. He's finally seen it. Duke Leo's deck is a bit chunky here, so he's not getting as much efficiency as he'd like. A little awkward here. So Baron's going to Signet Ring up to inside. There's just no way you don't do this. He was teasing for a moment. I don't know. I would actually like to see him keep the Signet Ring, but he'll use the up and down to take artillery. So there's artillery pickup. And that is going to open up this this deck here a little bit here. Chow Murky is the next revealed tech. A tech with far more value as we're in a group stage currently, not knockouts. There's points for every position. 5 points for the win, 3 points for second, 2 points for third, and a point for fourth. So Chow Murky has value at all positions here. Baron will steal the alliance here. That is going to be his. Now, I would love to see Hundro play forward space and put the Baron in a really difficult position and say, I'm going to look to take this down next turn. I would love to see Hundro go to forward space with like diplomacy. I think that'd be it's a tough move to play, but I'd love to see it. Maybe even go smuggling. Do you go smuggling in forward space and look to take the alliance with and basically don't just leave no one with any way to stop you? Oh, that's tough to find. I think it's really difficult to find that. It comes with some drawbacks, admittedly. There's some potential there. Leo's going to smuggle. This is an interesting pickup. This is preparing for next turn. He's looking to obviously go into Stellar next turn. So he's getting the smuggling in now to prepare for it. Picks up his signet ring. That's pretty nice. He's going to have to go mining for it, though. Which he won't mind. Gets the Dreadnought on the combat. So it's not a bad pickup at all. Don't think he's going to use Bypass Protocol for anything at the moment. Hold on to it. See if any more better cards come in it and then just snag them. I think that's fine. You know, Federkin or Shifting Allegiances, anything like that. Lots of choices. Duncan, Stilgar, whatever you want, basically. Tezia's up next. Tezia needs to start getting her factions. She's only got one super token currently. That's a problem. And this needs to be addressed. She also needs to pick up Swordmaster. But she's the only person left to get it, so does not have to do it now. She needs to start getting these faction tracks rocking, though. And I think this is very important for her. The problem is for Tezia is that her only one she's got a bump with currently is the Spacing Guild, and that's not the one she wants. It's not been a great influence game for Tezia. Gonna take out a key. It has eyes on Spice. Does get her to 9. Obviously, Corner Market is of interest here. Now, do you take... Problem is you have to give up a bump somewhere. I mean, like, it's kind of neutral. Do you think you can honestly fight for the Emperor Alliance this one? It's a bit of a tricky spot, this. But I think just doing this and taking the Snooper is not bad. Yeah, you see, notice she doesn't take it with the Spacing Guild. It's not really valuable to her, so she will officially drop the point for now. Oh, it does go in occasionally. All right. So this is a bit awkward for Tezia here. Tezia is in danger of this game running away from her. Hundro picks up the Spice. Oh, he's looking to do it this way instead. Highline is being threatened. Baron does not have fold space. Cannot go there. He's going to pick up his free Spice. He can't do a lot with it, though. This is just kind of getting the troops in. Artillery's no good. Might scare someone off. But it's kind of awkward here. Lito's Signet Ring has to go to Great Flat here. It's the only option remaining. Needs to take the Spice. He can always... And I suspect Charm Delegate is incoming as a Pierce into Interstellar. I suspect that's what we'll see here. He's trying to think, is there any way he can get Spice produced? But it's not there this turn. Or do you go Research Facility? Do you go Research Station and try and pull your Spice that way? He should have another card. This is true. So he should have one more card because of Holtzman has 6. Benjus, it was 7. Picks up his another Doom card. So then he has 6. Would have been really gutsy to go for Research. Probably the wrong play. I think you just take it from the Spice at the Signet Ring, get your troops in, and you make the chase here. I don't know what you chase. Oh, he's not. Is he going to chase? Yeah, there we go. Here's the chase. Oh, he's still chasing the Fremen. Wow, look at this competition here. Look at the competition. This is really interesting. This is probably going to force Hundro to go like Hardy Warriors or something. Swordmaster for Tezia. I feel like you got to go Hardy Warriors here, right? You just got to lock up that alliance and just call it a day. I expect this is what we'll see here. Steel Suit is no good. He's going Highlanders anyways. Oh my goodness me. Hundro is taking all the risks. Oh my gosh! Wow! He's going all or nothing. He's not even concerned about throwing. He's like, I'm taking the. Wow! What a play! That seems insane. Surely that's sacrificing the Fremen here, but he's gonna take it. He's going for it here for desert power. Oh my goodness me! I don't know if that's the right decision, everyone. I cannot say if that or Hardy Warriors was the right call. I think Hardy Warriors is the safer play. I think we'll say that regardless. But maybe he's saying, well, I'm just going to go before Baron here. And if Baron has fold space access, he has fold space access. This is the way it goes. Oh, it's a gamble. That's an enormous gamble there by Hundro. But he now knows the delay means that he's going to feel he made the right decision. He's not going to get instantly punished here. Carfag for the Baron. Feels like Carfag is the play here. Gotta get that intrigue. Again, I think you should always look at your intrigue first here. Because if you put them in, and you get your intrigue, and then you bring them back, that gives away what it is. Oh my goodness me, he picks up double cross. What an insane draw. What a crazy draw. Wow. That is monster for this. There is the steal with Charm Delicate taking the bump here. So there goes the Fremen Alliance. Gave it up. He couldn't defend both. That is just ultimately the case here. Oh my goodness. Solari taken by the Duke. Eyeing up high counts, I would imagine. Wow. Tessie needs to get an alliance going, but again, her alliance game has been pretty bad. She's going fold space to take this here. So this is her second super token, so she will get hold of free cash for her troubles. So that's good. This will probably be duplicated, maybe away. We'll see what the plan is. She does get to discard a card to trash. She'll discard Recon to trash the dagger. Still leaves her 6 to buy. Wow, Hundro. Now, Hundro's in an interesting spot here with his swords. Did he get more troops in? He does not. He's going to start paying his... Now, what's the plan here of Research Station? What's he looking to buy? He's going to pick up another sword here. This is important. Picks up 7 persuasion and a sword, or 5 and 3. Interesting. Would have been interesting to see what happened. If he didn't pick up a dagger there, like, he can be forced to tie the double cross here. Now, this is really difficult for the Baron. Baron has to make the decision to double cross now if he's going to do it. Here comes the swords. Yeah, this is now where this deck starts freeing up here, and he's going to start buying some sword cards. You have artillery. You kind of... he's going to start going for, like, more reasonable cards, though. Spice Hunter, Recruiter. He's not just going to go straight for Sardaukar Infantry. But Hunter and Recruiter seems pretty good here. And this will start making things interesting for everything else. Now that better cards can start turning up for, like, 5-6 costs. We've not really seen any all game. Or does he decline to, in fear of what he's going to reveal? I think you still have to take it. You got to take the chance here. Oh my god, Worm Riders turns up. Wow. And guess who has 6 persuasion and apparently has the Fremen Alliance? Oh my goodness me. Wow. Let the floodgates open. That's like, it's surely an insta pickup for Lido here. You have a Dreadnought. That's just luck of the draw for Lido there. Guild Admin turns up. He's going to take that. And he's going to secure probably Guild Admin here as well to start trashing some cards. Oh, he's going to play it and then he decides against it. Oh, people know he hasn't got any combat intrigues. Worth noting. So does Hundro take all 3 swords? Looks like he's going to take all 3 swords here. Yeah, that is the right call. Too late for double cross anyway, so Baron's going to keep hold of that for later. Interesting, he didn't play it this turn. Very interesting. Alright then, takes the Guild Admin. That reveals, reveals another Spice Hunter. If you'd have looked away and come back, you'd assumed this had not changed and no one had taken any cards. It's kind of insane. Rewards will be taken as is. So Desert Power for Hundro, who has lost 2 alliances now, gets himself back up to 5. This is a wild match. Baron on 5, Leto on 5, Tesia kind of lagging behind on 3. Really needs to get his influence game going. She's going to basically be forced to try and take the Bene Gesserit alliance using her duplicit ability here. That's basically where she's at now. Take the double bump and fight for that. But she's got to get some faction stuff going on. But she doesn't have a lot of faction cards in hand. She's only got 11. Only that and the chief admin, unfortunately. So it's really difficult for Tesia to get a lot of faction stuff going. Anyways, his next turn, we're on to the conflict freeze. It is Arakeen first up. So green will get the free troop in as they have control currently. It is Leto to go first. Leto picks up one of his spice cards. I assume this is going to be Mentat here, or High Council. Yeah, my council it is. That will be 9. So Leto might end up just revealing and taking the spice here and saying, that's 2 points of Holtzman. Call it a day. Maybe go to Arakeen if he can. If Arakeen's still open, I think you recon there. I don't see why you don't do that. So, what does Tesia do here? I think you've got to start making plays for these factions here. You've got to start getting in. Do you maybe consider Steel Suits here? Get the water, get your 2 troops in, you take your bump with Hardy Warriors, and it preps you for the 4th bump with the Bene Gesserit, and you just go for it? You've got to get an alliance to use Allied Armada. Until then, that is dead. Obviously, you want to get hold of Spice as well, because you've got Call the Market. There's a lot of things you want to do. Selective breeding is going to become first. Okay, this is also fine. And this makes sense with her entire discard there. So the other dagger will go. Or Recon will go. I think both daggers are gone. So looking to ball spicy. She has 8 currently. It's going to have a couple of cards. Ooh, picks up the Liaison and Guild Chief. That's not bad. She'll take it. Up and down for Hundro. So Hundro's going to get himself up here with troop transport. Those will go in, surely. There's no way they don't. We'll take the bump with Highliner to take that alliance. So that'll be reclaimed by Hundro. Gets one of them back, which is probably about right. Obviously, bannings for the Baron, but, well, him and Leto had to challenge both alliances. Someone was going to benefit, someone was not. And I realize it's not like Tesia, for example, where if someone gets up to 6, you can then just start duplicating that faction to influence away and put it elsewhere. That's why Tesia is such a great chaser. Because even if you beat her and she can't win, she can still use that influence to other purposes. Whereas the Baron now just has like 5 influence in the Spacing Guild. He's just doing nothing. Which could have gone elsewhere. He's been a bit unlucky, has Baron, I think, in this respect. But it's the way it goes. Baron's got 8 Persuasion with Mimic Film. There's going to be actions here. Like, he's not going to sit idly by. I think Baron may feel he has to win this fight. Highliners is available to him. It is there. And you have artillery. This feels like this is a great opportunity to take Arakeen. You've got the Dreadnought. It requires a bit of thought, though. You kind of want to try and also buy the spice as well, but it feels tricky. Maybe you Signet Ring to Carfag? Get the double persuasion, double intrigue with your Signet Ring cost. And then you use Windfall and protect that and see what you draw. You get a troop in, get your Dreadnought in and kind of see how it plays out. I think you should keep Highliners as at least a backup option. And you should keep it on the table. And you should make sure that people know you've got it on the table. Looks like Wealth could be coming instead. Or Secrets. Or Mentat. I don't think you... Do you discard? Do you think you discard Liaison? Signet Ring is so good. How can you just get rid of that... they're all good cards. You're not obliged to do it if you don't want to. And as such, changes his mind. Gonna use the Signet Ring and said, yeah, this is why I didn't like using the Truthsayer for this. And he paid for the intrigue. See where you go here. Sleeper must awaken. Oh, it's a point. It's a point. But it means he wouldn't be able to go highliner. A little awkward. He has 9 now in hand. Bit of a weird spot for the Baron here. Leto will go recon with it, as was expected, to get more troops in. Can still buy spice that was left open for him. Tesia has a lot of persuasion. She has 11 persuasion, so she might as well get stuck in here. I like smuggling here for Tesia to set up going to Interstellar next turn. I really like going smuggling now. Set this up. Set it up. Get it ready. Yeah, there you go. That's a nice play. They can't stop you unless you draw crazy unlucky, which can happen. That's just the way it goes. So that was set up here. Hundro's going to try to buy get some better cards. Maybe buy spice. I don't know. He is obviously awkward hand here. Convincing, diplomacy. He has 5 persuasion in hand. Not even close to what he wants as far as buying spice. 100 doesn't really have a spice deck. Interesting to see what he does. Might consider glimpsing the path or something. I don't know. It doesn't really do a lot for him. We'll see what the plan is for Hundro. Probably just uses diplomacy. Everyone needs to start going like the Emperor. There's a lot of things that people need to do with Bene Gesserit and Emperor. Almost untouched so far. We're on turn 7. No one's really gone there. People are going to start rushing to try and get in there first to secure those points. It's all going to be important. This is a pretty close match. Hundro still kind of nose in front, but it's very precarious. This battle is a big combat here. Leto in front. Baron. Oh, man. What do you do here? What do you play? I think voice looks good, but it's really awkward. You want to reveal for the point here? Depends on what you're going to do with Sleep Must Awaken. It's very awkward here. I actually almost don't mind going mining. Because you want to look to get hold of both Highliner and Sleep Must Awaken, which means you're going to have to do some mining. It's tricky, though, to know what to do here. If you're going to Highliner, you don't do it now, but then what do you do? There's no more card drawing abilities there, but they've all been taken immediately. So you've got to make a decision now what you want to do. Chow Murky's also sitting there, but I feel like this is... it's tough. It all comes down to, do you take Highliner? Arakine's sitting there. You're on 4 points. You feel compelled to go for the win here. Gets you to 6, gets you right back in context here. Both cities under your control. Oh, yeah. I think that's a safe option. Taking the intrigue. Gonna kind of see how it goes. Windfall will be played to protect against any stealing, though no one has any way to get there. Council's Dispensation picks up. That's a huge card here for the Baron. That's an enormous card. That allows him to go... He could go Hagar Basin and Highliner, and he could still pay for Sleep Must Awaken. And that would still be an option to him. So that's a big card for the Baron, situationally. A really nice draw for him. Leto will be up next. Baron's considering the double cross now? I mean, you just wait. You just reveal. You just carry on here. Oh, they discard for the Truthsayer, my bad. Yeah, Liaison's fine. I think you're kind of giving up on buying spices term, so you might as well give that up and try and get a better thing. Although I probably would have given up convincing argument. I don't know why you... yeah, that's a good point. Why did you give up convincing? That was kind of weird. Whatever. Leto will reveal to buy spice. That's kind of where he's at here. So that is 2 points plus a bonus for Holtzman. Tasty puts him up to 7 here. Tassie is up next. Oh... Tesia up. Tesia's just going to go mining. She wants forces in here. Tesia's still with no alliance, though. This is kind of I'm going to try and just punt for third play. Oh, what's this play? Ooh, what is this? I don't like this. This doesn't... What does this really accomplish? Oh, I know what this accomplishes. So, what is the plan? She's going to go here for the second spice, right? And then Guild Administrator is going to be Yeah, Gildan Min's going to be played for the bump on the infantry track, and then she's going to go up and down. I think Doom is eyeing up Chalmurki, and she's going to long-term it. I think that's the play being planned here. Hundro will get stuck in with more troops. This is a huge combat if he can win it. Here comes the Highlanders. We are going adventuring. That is going to put a bit of a damper on Hundro's plans here. He might feel he has to glimpse to try and get more swords. But that's 13 strength for the Baron. That's a big, big, big grab for him. I think Hundro kind of had to know it was coming, but kind of had to put more in troops in anyways. What else do you do? Hardy Warriors as well. Wow, that's kind of insane. Look at this. We got two factions with two people at max influence. That's kind of insane. Tezia picks up the spice. Hundro's going to reveal with a kind of crappy hand here. Has just forward by. I don't think he's going to pick up anything. Maybe like Hunter or something. I don't expect him to pick anything up. He does not. Baron has an action. You might as well play it. Now, what do you do here with double cross? Do you still double cross yellow? Carthag is available. You have to go Carthag here, right? Surely you just go Carthag. Or he's considering playing Voice to block Lido here, but Lido, everyone's already declared, so Voice is pointless. You do have 6 to buy, but unless you're going to go shopping, I wouldn't bother. I think you go Carthag. Like, it's just... You've got a free action here. Or is he going to go take some spice? He's going mining. He's going to do it this way instead. I mean, I don't know why he's trying to block it. It's kind of pointless. Like, this doesn't achieve anything. Everyone's revealed. So, I think Baron's, like, slightly missed this here. It doesn't really matter. He's blocking up. Everyone's revealed here. So, like, this achieves absolutely nothing. I think they're telling the, like, why are you blocking here? I don't know what's going on. Maybe no one's telling him anything. Let him play it. Like, if he wants to play that, it influences his own game. And I'll be saying, yeah, it's your reveal. Yeah, Leader's reveal. He's not even realized, and now he's put down the card. I don't know. I'd be tempted to say, no, you played Recon. I'd have been tempted to, you know, it's a tournament. You know, it goes both ways, but whatever. Doesn't really, it is what it is. So the reveal will happen. Baron will have 5 to buy. Baron's got to decide if he's going to double cross here. You feel like you got to do something. You just play Dispensation? I think you just play Dispensation here. I know you're scared of Hundro. This is a massive, massive combat. You do not know what he's got. Yeah, he's going to double cross, and he's just going to try and bank this here. This is the problem with... This is intrigues for you. This is the power of intrigues. You've no idea what Hundro's got, and it kind of forces this double cross here. Just to try and bank this win. Yeah, if Hundro doesn't have any intrigues, he doesn't play that. Saves it for later. That's potentially really big. Just going to correct these markers here so we can all see where we're at. But yeah, that just shows the power of intrigues. Like, and I've said to people before, you can have the worst intrigues in the world, but if you're holding them, no one else knows what they are, and it makes them play moves they wouldn't play otherwise. So that's just a burn from the Baron there, as it turns out. But hey-ho, you're not to know. So that is going to be all. Baron is going to take this one down. Arakeen will be his. No one has any battles to play. So Hundro will take second spot. Interesting to see what he picks up here. And then an intrigue and 2 Solari for Lido. The intrigue pickup for Hundro picks up secrets. Oh, that's big. That's basically just a point. He never has to go there again if he doesn't want to. That's really big. Quid pro quo for Lido. Ooh, that's some potential. He's got a lot of spice in hand. There's going to be some visiting to... Surely to Wealth and to the Bene Gesserit here with that, and look to quid pro quo it. That's an amazing pull this stage of the game. Doom will start off this next turn here. Carthag is the next combat, so it is more cities. Points everywhere. It's a free troop for blue. Wow, here we go. So Tezzy will be starting up. What's the plan? What do you do here? Fold space, signet ring. You got to get these factions online. I honestly think you look to duplicit for select third Bene Gesserit here. Obviously, you go to. I think what you probably do is you go to Interstellar. You take the Hardy Warrior, you take the Fremen point to go up to 3, and then you duplicit the Fremen to go down and take the Bene Gesserit. And you just go from there. I don't really see what else you do. Then you go Fold Space afterwards, and you can do anything you want. Surely this is a play for Chow Murky. I'm sure that's why he's played this in this way. Oh, she's going to go Bene Gesserit now. Oh, no. No. You wanna get that... you go the other way, surely. No. She doesn't have that. Sorry, intrigue. Yeah, that's wrong. She's got it running around. You get the bump for the 3rd bump there, not the 4th. She does not have access to that, so that will get shuffled. So doesn't get that there. That is a mistake. And this is, yeah. And this is why I think you want to go Fremen here, because you just go up the Fremen to get the free, and then you duplicit that point, makes it dead, and then you use that to go selective breeding, and that way you get hold of your thing here. She goes invasion ships. Wow. Spy Satellites turns up. Wow. Oh my god. Like, you have to take it, right? You have to take this. He doesn't. Oh my god. Lino has to take it. Oh my gosh. How do you not go for Spy Satellites? It's right there. Only 7 influence for Hundro. It's not enough for Spice. He doesn't have a very good Spice deck. Oh my goodness me. Wow. Baron has to mine here. Baron's got to go like Great Flat here, surely. Got to get the Spice for Sleeper. I don't know if this is going to be the last turn of the game. It's somewhat unlikely, but I think you have to go mining anyways. This is interesting that he's going mining here. This is a bit of a slightly oddish move, I guess. So this is going to perhaps raise some flags here. But it's taken regardless. Gets obviously the redraw on the fold space. It's quite a big redraw, this. Yeah, picks up Dune. It's not a good hand. He's got a very trash hand as Baron here. This is pretty bad. He's in trouble here. Lino up here. Lino doesn't take Spy Satellites. Wow. People embarrassed to take it? I would be right on that. Mentat take for here. So, yeah, so this is now where she's going to go down with... Yeah, you see, this is the problem. This is now just like a dead point here. For she's going to go down with the Emperor instead to take the double bumpy. But again, this is where this is like... I think this is just a little bit inefficient. Picks up the water, which I guess is nice. But I think I'd rather have the intrigue at this stage of the game. So I feel this is like a little inaccurate, but it is what it is. She'll have to duplicit again to kind of get benefit out of that point. And the problem is now you've got to catch up again with Emperor. You've got to do 2 things there to get the point. And when are you ever going to do that? Going Wealth Conspire now just feels horrible as actual actions. Hundro's going to take the High Council. Gets him to 9. So that's a spice point there. He's not going to win the combat. Surely not. People must be wondering if Tesia has got Interstellar here. Or has got rapid mobilization, I should say, to throw troops in. There's going to be some suspicion that's the case. She's had these 2 intrigues for a while. There's going to be suspicion. It isn't the case. But it might make people play some weird moves here. Baron does not get access to the High Council. He would have liked to have picked it up. I think Water of Life is coming for the Baron here. His hand is so bad. He probably picks up Spy Satellites first because no one has picked it up, which is astonishing that no one has picked up Spy Satellites and let it go to the Baron. Like, how do you let it go to the Baron? He's going to get his Dreadnought in action here, it looks like. He's going to get them both in. I actually would have liked to see get the double Dreadnoughts in. Make them think you got Grand Conspiracy or something. Just mess with them. But Spy Satellites goes to the Baron. Oh my goodness. How no one took this first, I don't know. Detonation Devices turns up. There's people with potential interest in this. Lido's not like going to immediately dismiss this. Arakeen again for Lido. Or he'll go Carthag. Either way, he has his. He's got 10 persuasion, so you know we know he's getting the point here. Man, there's a lot happening here. Infiltrates the pickup. That's never bad. Already has infiltration to the to Interstellar if he wants it. Did not need it. That'd be good for next turn though. I suspect he will go He will go Interstellar here, and he's gonna use that with the Chowam, and he'll hold Infiltrate for next turn. That'd be a big card. Quid Pro Quo in hand as well, but obviously he didn't have any faction access this time. He'll want to use that next turn. There will be trips to like selective breeding, and surely maybe like Conspire or something. We'll see. Tezzy is going to fold space to the Siege, picking up the second point of water here. She's threatening to go to Research Station. Obviously get some troops in. Hundro has 9. Hundro's going to be not wanting to go Research Station here. I don't think he's going to block it. Could go Arakeen, though. He's going to Glimpse. Yeah, I think this is fine. I think you Glimpse, it gives you an action here. Picks up Diplomacy. What a big card. What an enormous card here. I think you just go Wealth and you just take the point. You have 10 Persuasion. I think you just go Diplomacy and just take the point. It's done. You don't have to worry about it. It feels horrible to draw Diplomacy and not play it. Surely you have to, right? Point's a point. It's the last faction point you've got to get. Then you're done. You don't have to worry about it. What else are you going to do this turn? You're not going to win combat. Oh, he's eyeing up going Secrets and using Sisters to take the Alliance. I think he's going to do it. He's going to do it, surely. And then looked in to assume no one's going Wealth next turn. He does. The steal is on. Disaster for Tezia. Oh, picks up Bribery. Are you serious? That is a ridiculous pickup. He gets both of them anyways. He can pay for the point. This game's about to end. No way. That's 10 points. He gets such a mission as well. Bribery gets him to 9 with the Emperor, and then he buys Spice for 10. How is this the last turn? What a ridiculous draw. Unbelievable. Can anyone challenge him here? Oh, it's going to be close with Lido. If he buys Spice and wins, his Holtzman point comes in. It's going to be close. We're coming to tiebreakers. Wow. Oh, but he has Chowam. He could get the point with... Lido could still win this. Could take the point from the shipping, take it with the Bene Gesserit. If he can get that and win and buy Spice, he's good. But Tezia has actions afterwards. Tezia does not have enough to buy Spice, so she's probably getting stuck in here. This game is going to conspire to a 100 victory. This is kind of crazy. Baron, meanwhile... Oh, man. What do you do with Baron here? Baron's got not a lot going on. This is just bad times for the Baron. He needs Spice. Hager Basin. Any one of them. Okay, Imperial Basin, 2 Spice. You take the Dispensation. That's 4. Pays for Sleeper Must Awaken. He's going to get the points about the Spice Satellites. This is all close. Apologies for that, folks. I think our fire alarm's going off or something like that. Someone's alarm's going off. I do apologize. Something's cooking downstairs. There we go. And the Baron has tons of swords. Is there a world the Baron's gonna win this? There's no way. Is the Baron gonna win this combat? This game is not over. Infiltration. Oh, he infiltrates. He's infiltrating for Chalmurky. No way. Oh, he infiltrates for Chalmurky. Oh, this could be a horrible decision. Oh no, what did he draw? Oh, tactician. Strategic push. He's probably going to take the win, but he needed all 4 points, but it was going to be difficult to achieve. But Chalmurky tie breaks. Man, this is close. It's still 9 for Lino. He can still buy Spice, remember, because he's gone tech negotiation. What a gamble. His Spice is irrelevant now. He just has to tie points. Man, this is going to be an insane finish. Resource station for Tesia. Tesia pulls Spice. Tesia gets the bonus point for Call the Market. That's big, but it's not going to be enough. But she's challenging for the battle. Here comes bribery. Here comes the reveal. It's 10 points. There's no way anyone's taking the Bene Gesserit alliance. This is the last turn. He says well played GG, but there's a long way to go in this. It's only 10 points. 2 points on combat. There is options. Baron's going to reveal for a lot of swords. It's going to be, what, 6 power. A Spice here for the Fremen. He thinks he's lucky, but there's a way to go here. This game is not over. Lino can still take this down. And I think he might. He has to win the combat, though. And I don't know if it's going to happen. It's super tight. But I think Duke... Oh my gosh, we have to see how this plays out. Oh, dispensation. Steve must awaken. Oh, Baron never went to High Council. Oh, no. Oh, he never went. He got blocked. It's cost him a point. That's painful. So here comes this. The Spice buys. Horseman will pick up another point here. And he might still win this. Point for Tesia. Spice for Tesia. That pays for Call on the Market is a bonus point there. Oh my god. This is about to be this is about to be a crazy, crazy steal here for again from Hundro. He's got to play both combat cards. And there's no response. And Hundro has nothing in the bank. Somehow, some way, Duke Lino is going to win this game. It's 5 swords. It takes him to 12. That's an insane victory for a level 3 combat. 12 is going to win it. No alliance for Tesia. No use of the Armada. Duke Lino is going to win this match. 2 points for Carfag. A point from Holtzman Engine. And Chalmurky is going to take this one down for the victory. Unbelievable. Wow. What a crazy, crazy game this was. This was wild. What a mad, mad match that was. Wow. Had a little bit of everything. Fantastic stuff. What a game. What great entertainment that. We will blow in and we will say hi to the competitors here. That was a wild match. I don't know if anyone's here. There you go. That was a wild, wild game. Wow, well played. What a match. Yeah, that was pretty insane. Like, Hundro pulled some ridiculous intrigues there at the end to pull bribery. I was just like, and you're gonna buy spice. I was like, it's an outrageous pull. But everything
Hey,
conspired here. Somehow Baron never got the High Council, so he lost the point there. There was a lot of crazy stuff that happened in this game.
How
Man alive.
crazy was that ending, boys?
That was mad. That's an outrageous steal. How is 12 points on a tier 3 combat?
That was a risk.
What is going on here?
Oh, there was a risk for the biscuit.
It was all kinds of crazy. I mean, be fair, like yeah, because the alternative is you just like infiltrate here, and you take the bump for like Bene Gesserit and take the point that way, but you have no idea what's going to happen in endgame, so it's risky either way. But what a match! That was that was good times.
Something for your video. Risk it for the biscuit.
As it always is. It always is. We have been blessed with some good ones. There was some fascinating stuff early on as well. Like, obviously, Hundro races himself to spacing, and he's got, like, the three worst players in the game to defend that against, because they can all just get there as easy as you like.
Like the Fremen and the Facing Guild.
Oh, yeah, we've got reverse Baron here. You're just the Baron contesting and defending. Here it's Hundro has got both defending. I mean, it was a pretty bonkers match here. There was some interesting plays people made as well, which I can't remember half of them at this point.
I was gonna go for the safe play there and get the point, and then they get the score.
Yeah.
But when I saw that you were just sitting there, I thought, nah, this is Gugu.
Yeah.
Gotta risk it.
Chalmurky's never bad. It's a risk either way because you have no idea what his intrigue is. But like, you look at his intrigues, like, intrigues are good for him. Like, he plans within plans, he gets that point though. That's the only problem. Plans within plans, he does get there, but he didn't have it, so it was not to be.
It was either play it 5 out per second, or throw it all in and roll the dice. You know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Chom.
There's some that was one of the most unluckiest points. So Tesia had the 8. She already had it. She had the 8 points. But I mean, looking at it again, of course, you had 8, and it's like, how do you ever think that Hundro has 8 persuasion with 4 cards in hand, and that's it? It's so unlucky for Tesia there, because it's such a monster card for her, and just went like. You could argue and say it was greedy to go Arakeen, but how could you ever think Hundro had 8? Like, it's really hard.
They only had 7.
Yeah, no, they had 8. They had 8. I'd count it. They had it. They took the risk with Arakeen for the redraw to try and get a bonus action in. The question was like, if you're seeing Tesia's suit split and you go Tech Negotiation, you buy wind traps. Are you buying wind traps for wind traps, or are you actually going there for the point, and do you reveal it's a tough spot? I think like you going to Arakeen is never a bad play. If you have 8, it's just unlucky, and that's the way it prescribes. So it was horrible luck there for Tesia. Really poor.
I think that's why I buy wind traps. I don't want to see. I just go there for
exactly.
persuasion.
And that is the decipher. Like, you know, if it's something else, like if you pick up like horror projectors or something like that. That it's much easier to go Arakeen. Wind traps is a little maybe suspicious, but like you have 8, it's just bad luck. Tesia, she took the risk, did not pay off, and that probably cost long because she had no influence cards was the problem. Yeah. So she just could never get the influence game going here. So.
Because the row is so bad.
Yeah, the row wasn't great. People were staying away. I was thinking maybe once Baron picks up artillery, because I figured they were going to pick it up, that this deck might start opening up a little bit, but still stayed fairly away. I thought you might be tempted like Sardaukar or Spice Hunter and just try and fill yourself with swords. I wasn't sure if you're going to do it or not. It was an option. But then you never know what else is going to happen here, so...
Hey guys, there you are.
Hey.
What, you were just
There you are.
were in another chat room or something. I was like, what are they doing?
No.
Just like
you played
airing around.
To go here, which gave me the opportunity to close that.
Yeah, that was a gamble. But again, it's like it's so hard. It's so tough to keep both alive. You kind of have to just settle for one and go with it and just say.
Unfortunately, it was a fight for the alliance. I made a run for it, but it wasn't fast enough. But I had to risk it. But I mean, it was kind of.
Yeah, it's a tough one. Like, you both have to pressure both alliances. One of you's gonna win, and one of you isn't. It's kind of up to the player with both lines to decide which one they're going to defend. It's kind of their call usually. They usually get to choose which one they're going to play for, so it's just the way it goes.
I'm just a bit bummed out I didn't play my last 2 intrigue cards. That would be one more.
You had no access to dispensation. That was brutal.
Yeah.
Just
And then I tried to call some more cards, and still I didn't get a Spice Must Flow or anything. I was like,
it did not happen. You had like a tricky deck. It was suited for combat, and you just ran out of tricks.
Yeah. Well, it was such a thrilling game, man. I was like, I had to calm myself down. I was like, just breathe.
Yeah, no, it was a good match. It was a really, really good time.
I really thought this 12, and I saw these 2 cards, I thought this is going to be thin.
I cannot believe 12 combat strength won this combat. I cannot believe that. It's absurd. But Tessie just could never get Allied Armada off because of the diplomacy game. Like, she had this at the start, and that's why, like, when Chaum went, like, this was absolutely crippling. She gets Chaum. This is a completely different match. And she's in a good spot to win the game. But
when did it lead to buy Charmark? You have to watch it like in the end.
He bought it at the very end, just gambled on it, which was a risk.
Well done.
It was a definite risk, but either way, it was a risk. If you just take the point with the Bene Gesserit, like that's a risk. You're basically guessing how the game's going to end. It does Hunter have plans within plans? If he's got plans within plans, Chaumurky doesn't really do a lot. But it's the risk you take. So, but then you might get Chaum shares, and you might get your point that way. Like you never know what you're going to pick up. So thank you all for watching. I mean, what a game! Had a little bit of everything: clutch moves, tough choices, drama at the end. Just your standard game of Doom, really. So we will see you all next time for more action from the Imperium Cup.